support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. You know what time it is.
No charcoal grills are allowed.
I'm white. I got you, bro.
Yeah, illegally selling water without a permit
On my property.
Whoa! Hey!
You don't live here.
I'm uncomfortable.
So, you know, these Trump people are really losing their mind. Like, losing their mind. Here's this crazy fool out of New York who just can't handle he lost.
Good morning, we the people. Who's ready to go to Washington, D.C. tomorrow? Huh? Who's going? Show of hands. Put it underneath my post. Who's going to Washington, D.C.? Because the media don't get to call a fucking election. We the people voted. We the people get to pick our president. Okay? So this is coming to an end with the fraud and the corruption and everything on the left. Because I told you, I warned you, that a vote for Biden is a vote for Obama's third term. Did you hear Chuck the fucking Schmuck Schumer? Let's change America. That's what you get. That's what all you motherfuckers on the left get for voting. For voting for fucking Biden. Okay? We know he didn't win legally. We know he didn't. We know about the stealing and the corruption and slur of the house. You can keep watching Fox fucking News because we don't watch it no more. Okay? Trump 2020, motherfucker. Fuck out of here because I'm going tomorrow and my voice will be heard and I will be passing out letters.
Julian, these people are a little unhinged. And here's the deal, Julian, I don't want to be driving behind this woman.
I mean, it's a wonder that she was able to keep her car straight. I was cracking up. First of all, she had a filthier mouth than anybody I know. I mean, filthy. And secondly, you know, Chuck Schumer, she has to go there. But the driving part is really rolling. That does take the cake. Who drives with one hand? And who's holding the phone or recording this or something? She's really crazy. But, you know, you said crazy-ass white people and you found one.
I'm telling you right now, Kelly, I keep trying to tell these people. Anthony Scaramucci tweeted, Trumpism is over. No, it's not. Trumpism is now the Republican Party. They have melded together. These folk ain't going away. They are nuts.
I would venture to say that Trumpism is actually just beginning because what happens when you have a demagogue or some type of cult leader, their influence isn't necessarily in the moment that they impart their doctrine and their antics. It's really after the fact and when they are basically entered into some form of martyrdom, so to speak. They don't necessarily have to die in order for that to happen. They just have to be out of the immediate spotlight, right? So what's happening right now is the beginning of Trumpism and Trump doctrine, if you will. Has the Republican Party fallen into that? I would venture to say so. If anything, they will be the vehicle to keep perpetuating said Trump doctrine and Trumpisms and the like. So if anything, this lady is actually kind of falling in lockstep with the plan, whether it's proverbial or otherwise, to keep that message going and to keep Trump alive and relevant and viable in the minds of so many other obviously ignorant people.
But what I'm saying, Julian, we have to understand, this is not about Trumpism. Trumpism is the Republican Party. We need to understand these people are not going to go away. They're going to be driving Republican Party politics. So all of these Democrats, Joe Biden always talk about back to normal or, hey, once Trump goes away, Republicans are going to return the way they used to. No, they're not. This is going, if you thought Sarah Palin began the craziness and then Trump then comes in, crazy is about to follow. Folks simply better brace for it.
You know, Kelly is right about Trump not going away. What we have to look at, he keeps saying he's going to run in 2024. First of all, he better pray that he's still alive in 2024. But in any case,
Hello.
He says he's going to run. So he's raising money, however, to theoretically challenge Wisconsin. I mean, he's been doing all these challenges. Now, if you look at the fine print of the stuff that he's sending out, these emails, the money is going to him. I mean, it's going to his next campaign. It's not going to count, to go to challenge ballots. So he is basically ginning up his base. And so you saw that crazy lady. There are millions of her. I mean, the challenge is, how did we get 70-some million people who voted for that crazy man? Now, I would say maybe 20 million of them, or maybe a couple fewer. Maybe they truly believe in republicanism as opposed to Trumpism, and they're ride or die Republicans. But most of them are unhinged, and we just saw that.
Trust me, you're gonna see a lot more of that. Back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Here is this brother. A sheriff in Florida named Darrell Daniels, the first black sheriff in Clay County's history. Listen to what this yahoo said about Black Lives Matter.
Hey folks, me and the men and women of the Clay County Sheriff's Office just want to weigh in on what we're seeing going on, played out across the media or mainstream media in this country. Look folks, don't fall victim to subjecting yourselves to this.
All right, folks, not sure what's going on. I'm going to just go ahead and play this here from my iPad. So go ahead and take it here, please.
We're seeing going on, played out. Hey, folks, me and the men and women of the Clay County Sheriff's Office just want to weigh in on what we're seeing going on, played out across the media or mainstream media in this country. Look, folks, don't fall victim to subjecting yourselves to this conversation that law enforcement is bad, that law enforcement is the enemy of the citizens that we're sworn to protect and serve. We swore an oath. And in that oath, we swore to support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the government. And that we're duly qualified under the state's Constitution to hold office. That is, for me as a sheriff, and for these men and women as deputy sheriffs, and we end that with, so help me God. But God is absent from the media's message or Black Lives Matter or any other group out there that's making themselves a spectacle, disrupting what we know to be our quality of life in this country. In Clay County, we have a great quality of life. We have a great relationship with our community. But across this country, not so much. I just wanted to take a stand with these men and with these women who feel the same way that I do. Lawlessness, that's unacceptable in this country. Lawlessness, that's unacceptable in Clay County. And if you threaten to come to Clay County and think that for 1 second that we'll bend our backs for you, you're sadly mistaken. I know what happens when lawlessness prevails. And in this day and time, God is raising up men and women, just like the folks you see standing behind me, who will have strong backbones and will stand in the gap between lawlessness and the good citizenry that we're sworn to protect and serve. So you can threat all you want. You can say, hey, let's go to Clay County, or let's go to some other peaceful county where their problems don't exist, or not so much like across this country, where relationships are great and not strained, and where the people support their sheriff and support the men and women who wear the uniform. And you'll have something waiting on you that you don't want. Yes, we'll protect your constitutional rights as long as you remain under the umbrella of peaceful protest or peaceful march. But the second that you step out from up under the protection of the Constitution, we'll be waiting on you. And we'll give you everything you want. All the publicity, all the pain, all the glamour and glory for all that 5 minutes will give you. Is it a threat? Absolutely not. But somebody has to step up in front of the camera and say, enough is enough. Tearing up Clay County, that's not going to be acceptable. And if we can't handle you, you know what I'll do? I'll exercise the power and authority as the sheriff, and I'll make special deputies of every lawful gun owner in this county. And I'll deputize them for this one purpose, to stand in the gap between lawlessness and civility. That's what we're sworn to do, and that's what we're gonna do. You've been warned.
Greg Carr, what the hell was that?
Well, I kind of feel bad for Brother Daniels. I don't know, you probably saw this. The state attorney in Florida is looking for independent. They stepped down looking for an independent prosecutor because they have an investigation. Apparently, a couple of years ago or last year, he ordered one of his deputies to arrest a sister he used to have a relationship with, who he accused of stalking. So he's used to kind of that kind of overhyped masculinist, use his gun and that big hat as an excuse to search for his masculinity approach. To see those guys standing there gap-legged with that kind of posturing look. I mean, this is the worst kind of practice of patriarchy. I mean, they're in the Jacksonville area. And so he says, we'll be waiting on you. Brother, you do a little bit of your history over there in that little county, because you'll find out that one of the natives of Jacksonville, James Weldon Johnson, he's the one who coined the term the Red Summer in 1919. Meaning what? You don't want to deputize. This cat said he deputized everybody in the county if you don't have enough deputies.
Right.
Well, if you deputize everybody, a bunch of them guns going to be black. You don't want it, Daniels. And in fact, you better go check that thing about that stalker you say you got, brother, because you got other problems in your own personal life. So anyway.
Reese Gray talked about all those guys. I didn't see a single woman standing there. No women on that sheriff's department?
Yeah, I didn't. It was just so ridiculously macho and disturbing. And I think that they need to open up a pattern and practices investigation on that department, because clearly they got it completely messed up in terms of what their objective is. There is no once the constitutional right ends. There is no end to your constitutional rights. That's kind of the whole point of the Constitution. And so this whole machismo, as Dr. Carr put it, this perceived threat that doesn't actually exist. It doesn't sound like they've had any issues. This grandstanding, it's really pathetic and insecure, and it's dangerous. And, deputizing people is absolutely never a good thing. And he will have blood on his hands if people take him up on that offer. So they need to investigate him and everybody behind him, because something is really, really wrong and demented and almost demonic, I would say, about what we just saw.
All this stuff, Erica, God this and God that, and they are not this, and all this. Oh, it's not a threat. What? That is shameful conduct. That's a fake. You know what? That's a fake ass John Wayne racist. And then of course he looks like a broke ass Sheriff David Clark.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. All
hat,
as we say in Texas, all hat, no cattle.
Yep. Yeah, Uncle Ruckus has added another one to his fold. And along with Dr. Greg Carr is talking about, there is an open criminal investigation because the young lady that he'd been having an affair with for 6 years was a direct report. And he's talked about, having all of this media publicity. Well, he definitely does not need it, he himself, after having his marriage fall apart after this as well. And so, listen, all of this slave patrol talk that he's talking about, Clay County was named after a U.S. senator who did, in fact, have slaves. He's in a county that's about 81% white, and he's running for re-election, and there are 6 other names on the ballot. So this failed attempt to appeal to the Trump voter with the Uncle Ruckus crew, it's not going to work out for his favor. He definitely has other and bigger problems that lay ahead of him past this re-election season.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, the folks at Seek.com have an incredible offer for you folks. And these are these 360-degree 4D headphones that you can use for music, you can Bluetooth, you can for gamers, all that sort of stuff. Mary Spiels, a sister, she's actually the inventor of these headphones. Phenomenal. I love the sound of these. They also have the virtual reality headsets, which allow for you to actually watch VR virtual reality videos, 360-degree videos. You just simply pop your phone right into here. And then, of course, if you you can also go like YouTube has an app as well that has a channel that deals with a lot of those VR ads. And so you can actually do all of that, folks. Check this out and pop it on. And guess what? Check out your virtual reality videos. Go to Seek.com, 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 Seek.com. Use this promo code right here, RMVIP2020, RMVIP2020 for a discount on these headphones. And then, of course, when you support them, you support this show, Roland Martin Unfiltered. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. All right, y'all know what time it is.
Girl, no charcoal grills are allowed.
I'm white. I got you, Carl.
Illegally selling water without a permit
on my property.
Whoa! Hey! Give us your ID. You don't live here.
I'm uncomfortable.
All right, y'all, another one of these Karens. Check out this white woman here. Brother man is just trying to do his job, y'all. I think this is in Miami, I think. He's just trying to deliver some food to a customer who called the order in. Look at this food.
You know you're mad. Okay. So you're not gonna let me in to deliver this food.
Buzz people in.
I have the number.
Yeah, we don't like pictures.
I mean, I'm just.
Don't point that shit at me.
I'm trying to.
Point that fucking.
I have food I have to deliver to somebody, man.
Don't deliver anything here. We don't want your delivery.
You're not.
We don't want
you didn't get the
here.
food.
I don't want you. I don't want you here. I don't want you here at all.
Excuse me, Paul. There's a woman like at the door. My name is Jordan. I'm working in a place.
Who is this?
Excuse me. Can you back away from me, man?
No,
I'm not
this
even.
is my bill. I'm not gonna. Back
I'm just
away
trying
from
to.
you. Who is this? Who's on the speaker?
Hello?
Yeah, who's on the speaker?
Ma'am, can you back?
Who's speaking? I live here in this building. Who is this?
Your food
Who is this?
This is Paul Morphus. I'm in 212. I'm getting a Postmates delivery.
A Postmate delivery in 212. 212 where?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, where do you live, sir?
I live in 1595 Kelton Avenue.
You live in it, or you live? No.
You're not gonna let me do my.
I'm not letting this man in. Can I bring your food to you? I'm at the entrance
Oh, so
of the
you
building.
want to bring the?
I'm at the entrance to your building.
Who are you? Who is this?
I live here,
All right.
asshole, and I pay rent here.
So I do too. So what are you asking?
I'm asking you to get out of my building because you don't live here.
I'm a black man. I'm trying to deliver. My mom.
I don't care if he's a purple man.
I'm
He
working
doesn't
for my
live
mom.
here.
Her name is Anna.
Yeah, I don't care.
My name
who
is
he's
Jordan.
working for.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
care what
deliver
your
your
name
food.
is,
She
sir.
said
I
she
want you
doesn't
out
want
of
me
the
here.
building.
She doesn't want me near here. I just want to
I don't
deliver
want
food.
him near
I have
here
other
because
orders
I don't
have to
know him,
deliver.
and I don't want people buzzing him into my building.
I don't know how to do this for you, but
I don't want.
she's like
buzzing
in front of
him
the door.
into a
I can't
security
do
building.
anything right now.
I don't know him. I know everybody in this building. He doesn't live here, and he's not a delivery boy. He had no car, no bike, nothing.
The car
He is
that I
not
pulled up in, that white.
Domino's,
That's my
he's
white.
not Pizza Hut.
That's my white car over
He's
there.
not a delivery. He is not a delivery service.
Yeah. Okay.
He didn't get out of a Lyft. He didn't get out of an Uber. He didn't get out of a car,
So
a
I can't-
Mercedes, a Honda, anything.
Hello?
He's a black
Paul?
guy
Is he
walking
still
around who has
I
a
don't think he's
clicker to
there.
get
I think
into
he's
any
coming
building
down.
he wants to.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, you got codes, dude.
I got codes.
You don't got a brain.
I don't got a brain.
And Generation Z or X, whatever you are, people are dildos.
I'm a
You're not
dildo.
getting in.
I'm not
You
getting
don't
in.
have a key, dude.
Yeah,
You're not going to get. I have a key. You
That's
don't.
cool.
You can't.
Can you not touch me?
No, can you not film me?
Okay, thank you. So I can.
I'll be behind
Appreciate
you.
you.
So I don't want you filming me.
What? Can you get away from me?
No, that phone. No, I don't.
Lady,
that's
can you?
funny?
Because you're getting.
Yeah.
You're getting close to me.
At least I made you laugh.
I mean, I guess this is really terrible. This is horrible.
hello?
Hi, Paul. Did you want me to? Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you want me to leave it down here for you?
Should I just come downstairs?
Please, please. Yeah, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Buzz 110.
No.
Yeah, Buzz 110.
Not doing anything for you. I don't know you.
Buzz 110.
I'm,
You knew how to buzz him.
By the way, I have this on just so that and if you do something to me,
you don't want to hear music.
I just
Buzz
want it to
110.
be.
Here, here's
okay.
110. Pound.
I just want to document this.
110.
Just doing my
There.
job.
Let's
It's
see
one
if
of
it
my 3
works.
jobs.
They took my name off.
Trying to
Did you know
deliver
that?
food.
They took my name off the directory. They used to have.
So you don't even live here.
I live here, asshole.
So then
I
why
lived
they-
here for 7 years,
But
and
they
I
took
don't
your
like
name
your
off?
fucking pig fuck phone either. Okay, how do I do this? Let's see. Press pound
Alright, I'm gonna step over here.
110 and see if it buzzes
This
my
is
room.
crazy.
Yeah, what's up with
Can you
you guys?
back
How old
away
are you?
from me?
27. You're my son.
I'm not
You
talking
play
to you
ball?
anymore. I'm
He
not gonna
plays
talk to you.
basketball.
That's cool.
Yeah, good. This guy's a neighbor.
Cool.
I see him all the time.
That's great.
I've never seen you in my life.
Because I don't live here.
Look at somebody.
I can see you. I wasn't
No,
talking
your
to you.
phone's looking at me. No.
As well.
As well. I
Just in
don't
case
know
you try to
this
call the
person. I don't
cops
know
or
this
something
person.
and tell
I
them
don't
one
know
thing,
that. You
and
guys
it's
your
not that.
phones, how would you like me to go? You're like this. You can't do anything without them. You
Dude,
carry a little phone around.
Is this-
You can't do anything.
what are you doing right now? Like, why are you I just don't understand. Like, you're crazy. Okay.
Hey, I have one too. You like Galaxy?
Nah, it's an Android. I don't fuck with Androids. Paul?
Yeah, but you're not.
Here,
I'm
Paul.
not letting him
I'm-
buzz
No,
his
no,
cell
no,
phone.
no, I buzzed.
No, he's not going to be buzzed in.
No, I just want to get my
your
food. I just want to get
Yeah,
my
just
food.
get your food.
Thank you, Paul. Have a good one. Sorry about that.
Now, why haven't I?
Jesus Christ. It's crazy.
Apparently, that's at the Westwood Kelton Towers in Los Angeles, California, Reese.
You know what? Paul's punk ass food would have went right in the trash. Once he brought his monkey mother, you know what? Let me simmer it down a little bit. Once he brought his punk ass downstairs, and the black man's apologizing to him after the black man sat up there and took all that abuse, and he just took, I just want my food. Paul, you ain't shit along with that racist white lady. And I'm telling y'all, I don't know how these black people do it. God bless them. Because I've never had that extended of a conversation with anybody being disrespectful towards me. I understand that you got to get your commission or whatever, but she needed some hands laid on her. And I applaud them, but I would really much rather videos of Karens like her getting stomped out and slapped across her face and cussed out go viral than videos of these down south Negroes who get told off and get harassed and get abused, and they take it and like I said, God bless them, but it's sending the wrong message. It gets my blood pressure up because I would have just slapped her on sight and then dropped the food off, and Paul, punk ass Paul, could have got his own food.
Erica, if that's me, hashtag team whip that ass, we'll be showing up.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was clenching my teeth because I'm listening to that child's voice, and it sounds very much so like my 20-something-year-old son. And just thinking about the level of aggression that Black people have to really navigate through every day, for this young man just to be trying to go about his business, he is covering his nose and his mouth because COVID has a disproportionate impact on him, just like it does his Black and brown community as well. And so to have this Karen, who this is really what a Karen is, they demand to know what the hell you're doing, explain yourself. I will weave in and out of the conversation as I please, but you are to follow my order. She also called him a delivery boy. This is that Karen type that has, supposed to be a slur of sorts, but it's not. It's a behavior. It is a mindset. And many of the same folks that led us to this disastrous presidency still very much so hold this posture. I think that I'm glad that he actually filmed it, and bless him for holding his composure, because as a young black man striking a white woman, we've seen historical outcomes of that. But as a mother, as a black ass mama, I could not even imagine, because I can tell you the time that my son, from the time that he was in pre-K to kindergarten, mama has shown up, heels in her hand, hoop earrings in her purse, Vaseline ready to go. So that's really, I think, more of the concerning part of me, is that this is something that these are different wars that our children, all of us, are having to wage with these white women.
I'll say this here, Greg. If you deliver it, you don't owe that white woman no conversation. That's when you say, "Hell, I ain't talking to you." That's when you like, move. You mean nothing to me. This whole, so she know everybody in the building, yet when they call a number, she didn't know who that person was. I mean, these white folks literally are operating like we are in slavery days, where there's a Fugitive Slave Act where I can check your papers.
Yeah. Well, they're patrollers. They've always been patrollers, deputies. They deputy police, all of them. But, you know, and Reese, I share that, yeah, they need an ass whipping. And Erica, I know, look, we know how you roll. And I see my brother Akinyele Umoja's book back there over your shoulder. We will shoot back. So I know, we know how you roll. So, but at the same time, though, I couldn't help but think. And when you voiced that, sis, it really, really resonated when you said he sounded like your son. Because we know those kind of cats like that, easygoing, kind of, you know, they not weak. Don't mistake that for weakness. It's just their temperament. And so, you know, it's interesting. We have this Howard Initiative on public policy. We did a webinar today, a second round. We're doing some surveys of Black and Afro, Latin and Latinx communities on how we're coping with this racial pandemic and the biological pandemic. And, you know, we asked folks, how are they coping, Black folk? Are you using distractions? Are you using substances? Are you reframing? What's your emotional support, humor, acceptance, religion? One of the lowest percentages that Black people are moving to is venting. And Jules Harrell and Ron Hobson, who are two psychologists at Howard, brilliant brothers, were talking on the webinar today. They said, why is that number so low? And they kind of reached a general idea that we don't have the luxury to vent.
Absolutely.
And so Erica, when you're talking about what you had to intervene for your son, you know, that could have gone left, because I think that woman was a little touched, because you heard her going a little loopy, and then she said, "Do you play ball? I mean, are you 27? Oh, am I?" In other words, you got a little Trump in you. Maybe your brain's a worm is eating your brain too. But fortunately, his temperament was such that it was his nature not to just make that move, because that could have ended with sirens and him dead right there in front of that complex. And that's one. I mean, it's a hell of a thing to be Black in America. I agree with James Baldwin, man. Because one of these days, what did Langston Hughes, that little poem he wrote? Look at the Negro, meek and kind. Okay. Beware the day we change our mind. so I mean, you know, but thank God that young man is going home to his family, because that could have went another way if his temperament had been different.
And can I just say though, like, to be clear, I'm not saying men should go out there and hit women. I'm saying or women,
personally, no question. Sandra Bland,
slap the hell out of her. But right. I think that Black people should carry mace. I don't think that there's a gender barrier between mace and somebody who's in your space. Go ahead and spray them. That's not assault. If somebody's in your space, whether it's a man or a woman, you have that right, in my opinion, to go ahead and get rid of them. No conversation, just shh. That's it.
No conversation.
Spray them like raid.
No conversation. Hey, y'all, I'm telling you, I hope they kick her behind out the building. That's what I hope. All right, folks, back to our Roadblock Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. You know what time it is.
No charcoal grills are allowed.
Wow, the clip.
Why? I got you, Carl. Illegally selling water without a permit
On my property.
Whoa! Hey!
Give me your right.
You don't live here.
I'm uncomfortable.
Autumn Tillman of San Francisco says her neighbor has been spouting racist rants in the building's hallway for years. She finally decided to confront him, and lucky for us, she captured all on video.
Do you ever shut the up? Ever shut the up in front of my door with your racist every day? You are this, Asians that.
To go live in Asia. Funny how it's a white country. 200 years of white supremacy. If you thought Asian lives matter, they don't matter to us one bit.
So, Reese, she confronted him. A local station interviewed him. He made it clear, hey, we should only look at white. I only care about men. I don't care about Asians, black people. I mean, that's the whole deal there. To me, if you're the building, you boot somebody like that out. I mean, this is an unrepentant bigot.
And why not be? It's Trump's America for now. So what's the point of even hiding? Come on out. Wave that flag. Wave that white supremacist flag so everybody can see it. What's going to happen? I mean, you know, for a while there, we had a decent run with people going viral and, oh, this person lost their job and then they passed the Karen Act or whatever else in some places. But what's stopping them? You can't reason with these people. This is what they believe.
Look, I mean, this is a liberal San Francisco, Erica.
Ooh, child, liberal, progressive, all these cute terms. These folks are white. Okay, the beginning and end of the day, they are absolutely white. They relish in their whiteness. They are 1000% white. I don't care if they marry somebody black. I don't care if their best friend is black. These folks are white. And I'm with Reese. Let your freak flag fly. Let everybody see who you are. Because, you know, at some time in the very near future, you will be the minority. And I'm wanting to see how bold that they are going to be when that time arrives. Before, you know, the time being, this is just par for the course. And this is nothing that it definitely is surprising to black folks.
Absolutely there, Greg. I mean, it's like, look, I mean, this is what we see. Bottom line is these folks out here, and that's why rolling the video is so important. And you know what? Yeah, confront his ass. Confront him. Every time. You run up on a racist, confront him.
Roland, this has been a harrowing 2 hours we've spent this Thursday. All of those heavy stories, all of that. And so to end on this note, it just reminds us, everyone watching, the thousands who are watching, this is why you have to support Roland Martin Unfiltered. Because when we leave this space in a second, and you look at this commercial and news entertainment media, not only are you not going to see any of these stories, the ones that talk about the same subjects, you're not going to hear any of this conversation. And if you watch that other BS long enough, you might think that's reality. That white man, Reese, I'm with you. Reese done had enough, y'all. It's like, look, I ain't got no way. Look, Donald Trump, what has he said different from Donald Trump? Nothing, except what Trump is doing. McConnell and them, they have weaponized this man, and now he can just walk the halls. Yeah, he's in San Francisco, but they have priced out the kind of people that wouldn't film that. That dude would have been laid out in San Francisco 30 years ago. First of all, they'd have been like, we ain't going to complain to nobody. You ain't going to hear him no more, sis. Is that him? Good. We got that. And you wouldn't have heard no more talk from him. You wouldn't even seen him no more. They wouldn't have heard him, but he would have been removed from the situation. But we're now living in a country where if that sister were to call the police, they may come in there and shoot her. This country
Great point.
was never a country. So the important thing is to understand either this thing gonna be reconstructed from the bottom up, or it's gonna be war in the street. Because white boys like that talking, you know, they get hands in a lot of places.
Back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one. Hey, folks at Seek.com, they're supporters of our show, and they have two fantastic products, this virtual reality headset right here and the 360-degree 4D headphones. With the virtual reality headset, if you want to watch the VR content on Seek.com or other 360-degree video, all you got to do is just get one of these headsets, pop your phone right in, and you can actually be right in the room where the content was shot. It's really compelling. It's really compelling content there. One of the things that I also love about it is, Ken, watching this video, people who've been hang gliding on roller coasters and things along those lines, and you literally feel like you're right there with them. They also have, of course, the headset, which you can use for gaming, for music, for videos, you name it. It's Bluetooth. Amazing sound, tremendous bass, and literally the sound goes all across your head. Mary Spio, a sister, she is the founder of this company. She actually also designed and created these products right here. If you want to get one or both, or even subscribe to Seek.com and their VR content, simply use this promo code RMVIP2020, RMVIP2020, and you can do so. And so we certainly, again, appreciate them being partners with us here at Roland Martin Unfiltered. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. All right, y'all know what time it is.
Oh, no.
I'm white. I got you, huh? Illegally selling water without a permit
On my property.
Whoa! Hey!
You don't live here.
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, man, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a lot of these crazy folk out here. They ain't got no sense whatsoever. This California Karen went to her black neighbor's home. Yeah, went to the black neighbor's home. Accused his pit bull of biting her dog. The man said, what the hell are you talking about? I got it all on videotape. Then she told him, what kind of how y'all acting? How y'all acting? Y'all, roll this video.
We're raised around black people. And all my officers were very nice.
I got everything
you know
on
what?
camera. So you can leave, please. You can get off my property. My dog has never messed with your dog.
You ever do anything to me again, I'll call the police.
Call the police. Everything's on camera. I'll be happy to show him. I don't want to see that dog outside. Well, he's going to be outside because I have a right to have him just like every other person in here. He ain't done nothing to you. He ain't done nothing to your dog.
Why are you so nasty?
I'm nasty by explaining to you that my dog hasn't done anything wrong. You came over here to my house on my property.
But the dog came to my property.
Look, I've been nice to you. I've helped you and your family. I've always talked to you.
You've never helped me with my family. You've never done a goddamn thing.
You coming over here?
All you've done is been negative.
No, I haven't. I'm going to ask you to please leave my property. I don't know if you're just having a bad day or whatever, but today ain't.
I'm not having a bad day, but you know what? You're a black person in a white neighborhood, and you're acting like one. Why don't you act like a white person in a white neighborhood?
Keep it up. It's all on camera.
I don't give a shit what it is
All
on
right,
camera.
well, you can go back over to your house, and you can have a nice day. That's what you can do. And I'm going to keep walking my dog around this neighborhood.
And I look forward every time I... You know, your parents were nice.
Yeah, my parents, they
were
say the
very
same
nice.
thing. Say the same
Is there a
thing.
problem to why you're yelling on our property?
It's all right. Would you
come over here?
She got a taser. It's all on camera.
You said what?
I have a small little dog.
Okay, but you don't have to talk to anybody in any disrespectful type of way.
You have a pit bull that came after her.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
When?
It's on camera.
Today, right now.
Can we see the footage?
I got the footage right here.
Let's see.
So when she lies and calls
And
the
also,
police,
let's record you coming over here with
It's
a
already-
little
it's on-
taser.
it's
Why don't you record everything you can?
It is recording right now.
We're not talking about anything except that I have a small little dog and you have a pit bull.
And you're yelling with the taser. Why?
I brought it over here
For
because
why?
of the dog. The dog attacked my dog.
The dog's not even outside, ma'am.
He was outside. He was in front here.
He didn't attack the dog. I have it on camera.
You know what?
What?
You guys are acting like black people, and you shouldn't. You should act like black people.
We what?
I was raised in Oklahoma around
Wait,
black
can
people.
you repeat that one more time? We're acting like what?
I was raised in Oklahoma City, where there were tons of black people.
But we're acting like what?
You're acting like people that aren't normal.
Okay. This will
You're
be real
acting like
nice
people that
when
aren't
you're on
normal.
the news,
Yep.
when you're on social media, get the fuck off
Get
the
off our
property.
property. Get off our
Get the
property.
fuck
You
off
know,
the
I have a
property.
top secret clearance. You
I
know
don't
what
give
these
a
people
fuck,
are?
bitch. Get the fuck off the property.
Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Since we're acting like black people. Right? We're acting like black people, and that's not normal.
Most people don't act like you do.
How are we acting? How are we acting? You came over here with a taser.
I came over here because your pit bull attacked my little
He
dog.
didn't attack your dog. Not at all.
Your son was out here with it.
And he didn't attack the dog. The dog, I saw the dog. I saw you pet the dog. You
I
pet the
didn't pet the
dog.
dog. I just pet the dog because I wanted to see if he was okay.
You didn't pet the dog, but you pet the dog because you wanted to see if he was okay.
Why don't you record all this? and put it on?
I am recording it. You about to be famous.
You know what? You're going to go?
You're about to be famous. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go?
You're going to go to hell.
Okay.
Because I'm going to sue the hell out of you, both of you.
All right.
All of you.
All right.
Get out.
Hello?
Hey,
Where are you?
right over here. How you doing?
Hello, kind of cool. Yeah, and your dad says it's okay. What's his name? Guys? Guys? I'm sorry. You must be young.
What are you going to do about a little dog like this and that thing you got?
Ain't no pit, but he ain't done nothing to your dog.
Can you back
So
the
what about
fuck up?
what about all the other big dogs around
You
here?
know, most people in Oklahoma that were black were normal. Are you guys not normal?
I guess not.
I mean, we got along with them really well.
You keep walking over here with your fucking taser.
Jeriel, go in the house.
You were yelling.
Go in the house, Jeriel. Go in the house. Go in the house. Let's show the world who has class and who doesn't.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real nice when there's hundreds of people in front of your house because you want to be a racist white woman, Karen. Back the fuck up.
Get off our
Keep
property.
touching, I'm gonna smack the
You know what?
Get
I
out.
have a top secret clearance. You know what's going to happen to you guys?
You about to lose it.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Especially after this. Yeah, you about to lose a lot.
Are you white?
You wish I was, huh?
Well, you look like you're white. But I was raised with black people, and they were very nice. Most of the black people I knew were very nice in Oklahoma City. Have you been to...
That conversation for me, Michael, went about 4 minutes and 40 seconds too long.
Yeah, I don't. They could have done. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they just didn't call the popo on her. It's just a shame the gall that folks have gotten and had over the last 420 some odd years, but the fact that they still have it in 2020 because of this culted personality that's been at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. She thinks she can do what she wants, call people what she wants to call them. And yeah, you're right. I wish they had just called the police on her and let them let them sort it out, because that was too long of a conversation, and it's just unfortunate.
If you walk your ass up on my property, Kelly, I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
And then your ass ain't got no mask on. I'm trying to tell you.
Like, that was one of the first things that I noticed. I'm like, you don't have a mask. You're not socially distant. You 3 ways to Sundays types of wrong. Like, there was nothing right about what this woman did. And the poor dog is looking at everybody like, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm with the black man on this, because this don't make no sense. I want to go home. I want to go home. Like, nothing made sense here. If there's nothing that dumb white people have, it is the audacity, the caucasity, if you will. Because the fact that she felt comfortable enough to be in my space on my property, like, no, I don't have the patience for that. She would have been on the ground within 30 seconds if she was in my face for that long.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm telling you.
Kudos to that family for having the patience and the grace necessary to navigate that situation well. But I can tell you right now, it could not be.
And Michael, the husband, really knew that the wife was about to go #team with that ass on her. He was like, go on in the house, because he heard the intensity of her voice. She's like, she about to whoop your ass. So let me just go ahead, go in the house, go in the house. That he was trying to say to the white woman.
Like, I'm trying to save your life.
She dropped the B word, 3 or 4 times? That should give you an indication she's about to go off on her.
Hey, she was letting her know right then, like, look, it's about to be a problem up in here. So y'all might want to go ahead and get this little nonsense straightened out. But, I'm telling you, that's how these folks roll.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have, you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it. Please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. All right, folks, y'all know what time it is.
No charcoal grills are allowed. I'm white. I got you, Carl. Illegally selling water without a permit
on my property.
Whoa! Hey!
Give us your address.
You don't live here.
I'm uncomfortable.
Now check this out, y'all. A Trump supporter identified as Robert Brissett was filmed taunting Black Lives Matter supporters with homophobic slurs before violently coughing on them at a gas station in Utah.
You Democrats, Black lives don't matter, all lives matter. You look like a little pansy-ass piece of shit, too. So do you. Oh, I'm so scared of your fucking virus. You know what? I can charge you with assault for hitting me. I can charge you for assault for hitting me. So fuck off. Bad enough you're talking shit to me. That's also assault for talking. Fuck you. Fuck you. You assaulted me first. You assaulted me first. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I keep telling y'all, whoop that ass. You first of all, you're coughing in my face. And he says I can charge you with assault. With coronavirus going on, that might not hold up in court, Scott. So you're a lawyer in this coronavirus deal. Dude comes over, minding your business, starts coughing in your face. Can I whoop his ass? Is that assault?
If he knows.
No.
Yes.
Actually, courts have ruled previously in previous cases, not with regards to coronavirus, but other communicable diseases, that any attempt to infect another individual against their will is a form of assault. So, you can argue that it would be a self-defense situation, but the little guy in the red shirt did try to hit him one time, so I think that might count.
Well, it depends on whether it was met with reasonable force or not. But if it's worse, if he knew he had corona or may have corona, let's say he didn't, and he gives it to them and they can trace it and he dies, let alone he is incapacitated for any amount of time, you're talking about criminal assault. I'm talking about a civil lawsuit.
So what you're saying is,
insurance carrier.
I could whoop his ass if I'm protesting and he walks over and starts coughing in my face.
I say yes.
Yeah, that would probably invite an ass whooping. You can't kill him, though. You have to meet force with reasonable force.
I didn't say kill him. I said whoop his ass. Michael?
Well, how hard you going to hit him?
Because he weaponized the cough. He didn't cough by mistake. It was a cough directly at the people, knowing it would scare them. The people that got coughed
on, it was intentional.
Corona. So, yes, Scott, you could whoop his ass.
Cool. Yeah. All right. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, but how hard you going to hit him?
Hey, we'll get to that later. But if you cough in my face.
Apprehensive of felonious touch.
Say it again, Robert.
You place the victim in a reasonable apprehension of a felonious touch, so that would vitiate a use of self-defense in any state.
Okay,
so that's a nicer way, very professional. Yes, you can whip his ass, but keep my card with you.
Yeah, I'm going to call Robert. All right. I appreciate it, Scott, Robert, Michael. Thank you so very much. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, the folks at Seek.com, black-owned company founded by Mary Spio. They, of course, a virtual reality company. You can check out their content at Seek.com, CEEK.com. You can do so, of course, with these VR headsets. You can look at it, of course, on your regular device or your pad or your computer. But if you want to experience being in the room, you can use this headset right here. All you simply do is just pop in your cell phone in here, pop it on, and then put this headset on, and you can literally experience their content in virtual reality. And so allows for you to do a 360-degree view of the room. But also, folks, they have the 360-degree 4D headphones right here. These are Bluetooth headphones. They have complete surround sound in terms of as you hear the particular music. Gamers love them as well when they're playing their games. And so it's just phenomenal bass in these headphones as well. You can get one or both devices at Seek.com using this promo code RMVIP2020, RMVIP 2020. So we certainly thank the folks at Seek.com for being a partner with us here at Roland Martin Unfiltered. All right. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. In fact, here's the next video. Y'all go ahead and roll crazy ass white people because this end is from Minneapolis.
No charcoal grills are allowed. I'm white. I got you, huh? Illegally selling water
on my property.
Whoa! Hey!
Give us your right.
You don't live here.
I'm uncomfortable.
This goes right along what we're talking about. These brothers were going to a gym. This white man decided to say, who y'all?
Come on, bro. Watch out. We pay right here. What'd you say we can't do?
I'm Tom Austin. I'm a tenant in the building. Are you?
We're all tenants in this building.
What office?
Don't worry about that. I'm explaining.
What office?
So we have an office here, and this guy came accusing us we can't be here.
What office are you in?
Don't worry about that. We don't have to tell you anything.
Calling 911 now.
Go ahead. As you guys can see, we're dealing with racism here.
Nicole? Hey, this is Tom Austin. I'm in the gym with the Mosaic. There's the whole, I don't know what to do here, but there's a whole bunch of people who don't appear to be part of the...
Y'all see this racism here?
Okay, I want y'all to roll that video again. I want you to hear his name because I'll tell you about that when you play it again.
Come on, bro. Watch out.
We pay right here.
What'd you say we can't do?
I'm Tom Austin. I'm a tenant in the building. Are you?
We're all tenants in this building.
What office?
Don't worry about that. I'm explaining.
What office?
So we have an office here, and this guy came accusing us we can't be here.
What office are you in?
Don't worry about that. We don't have to tell you anything.
Calling 911 now.
Go ahead. As you guys can see, we're dealing with racism here.
Nicole? Hey, this is Tom Austin. I'm in the gym with the Mosaic. There's the whole, I don't know what to do here, but there's a whole bunch of people who don't appear to be part of the...
Y'all see this racism here?
Okay, folks, so you heard him say his name is Tom Austin. And I'm doing this because I want y'all to understand how you connect them dots. So you had Amy Cooper, the woman who got fired from Franklin Templeton. So this is what I pulled up here. And I'm looking at some of the tweets here that people have about this guy, Tom Austin. And according to Padma Lakshmi, of course, you've seen her on one of the cooking shows. She said, quote, "This same man, Tom Austin, funded a lawsuit in protest of renaming Lake Calhoun, attributed to John Calhoun, a politician and adamant defender of slavery, saying, quote, every day Minnesotans just want to be left alone and not bullied into changing the names of our lakes and our streets." This guy apparently is also a venture capitalist. I wonder, Amisha, how many folks he has denied opportunities with as a result.
Absolutely. I think that is a very justifiable question and thought to have, considering the fact that he went all hell's bells and balls in on the name of a lake being changed. And it's just frustrating because to watch his reaction in that video and his demand to find out what floor these men worked on, lived on, to see them and automatically assume that they had no business there and they did not live there, shouldn't have had access, and to move straight to calling the police. And when you pay attention to the video, not only did he call the police and identified himself and where he worked, which apparently is supposed to add some bit of leverage to this faulty call. This man was clearly outside of his scope and has a racist past anyway. So I think that as a venture capitalist, he should be probably definitely canceled as well. I'm sure that he has denied a lot of minorities, specifically Black people, any type of funding for anything, really.
Here's what's interesting, Robert and Scott. So apparently this guy, Stan Herman, is a partner with him in the F2 group. Used to be a partner. Listen to this voicemail.
Hi, this is Stan Herman. I'm no longer associated with F2 Group or with Mr. Tom Austin. His actions are not right, and I don't want you to assume that I have the same beliefs.
Sorry, mailbox.
So when you call that office, he's already lost his partner, Scott, his business partner.
Well, good for him. You know what's interesting about this segment of your show? That all of these crazy-ass white people videos, that white men and white women speak to Black people as if they are below them, as if they are not human. They speak to them with authority, as if black people are supposed to respond, as if we are submissive, as if we're slaves or we're in segregation or Jim Crow. It's like the 21st century version of that. And they speak with authority and privilege and supremacy. And when black people respond rationally or irrationally, they call the police. Now, what I don't understand is, what do they expect the police to do? Because they're calling the police because black people aren't responding to their authority and not doing what the white individual wants them to do. So therefore, I must call the police to come out to what? Make an arrest because black people aren't acting right in all of these various settings.
Right.
It's ludicrous.
So here's the deal. First of all, if you're calling building management, why don't you call them, not the cops? So check this out.
What are the cops going to do?
This site, bringmethenews.com, is interesting. So in an email to BMTN, go to my iPad, please. Austin refuted team top figures' version of events, claiming that, quote, several of these guys were trespassing and using a private gym that was authorized only for building tenants. Seems like nobody cares about the complete truth. One of the tenants brought 4 friends, and I complained to them that this isn't right and it's unfair to the tenants who paid. They got in my face in a very threatening manner, and I threatened back to call building security. You always love, okay, they threatened me.
It comes with a lie. It always comes with a lie.
So Robert, check this out. Wait, hold up, wait. I would have done this. I would have done this regardless of race, so this is bullshit. But then he later sent an email back to the site, Robert, quote, yes, I fucked up. Should have handled it differently. Building management had been complaining that tenants were allowing their friends to trespassing and use a private gym that was authorized only for building tenants. And so then he goes on and on and on. Nobody else had a fob. When I said something, they got in my face. Because they were in my face, I took photos and threatened back to call the building security. I actually only called the building property manager. I would have done this regardless of race. In fact, I told them I've done the same thing if they were white or even a bunch of girls who were trespassing. What surprises me is that we worked out in gym together for another 45 minutes after I'd already apologized to them for making them feel it was a race issue when in fact it was not. See, Robert, but here's the thing though. You apologized. But this is what these racist white folks don't understand. I should not have to even go through the bullshit of you challenging me and you questioning me. And so they somehow think that the apology just covers everything up when it's like, no, it's not how it happens. We're still pissed off and it doesn't feel great. And now our anxiety levels have risen. Our stress has gone up because we're having to deal with some crap that I should not have to deal with. Just like Floyd, if he wrote a hot check, the verdict, Robert, for a hot check is not for a cop to sit on your neck for 10 minutes and choke you to death.
Well, Ethan, this is part of what I mean by second-class citizenship, because this is assumption, this belief, this understanding that you as an African-American are somehow still a second-class citizen and not worthy of the same judicial process, not worthy of due process. You cannot be believed. When somebody asks you, where do you live here, where are you staying, where are you going, you're expected to stand up, straighten up your back and say, yes, sir. And that assumption is baked into America as it is. Remember, one of the defenses for the Michaels, who killed Mr. Aubrey, was that, well, if he had just responded when they told him to stop, then they would not have chased him down. And you as an African-American have to pay fealty. You have to treat any white person as if they have authority over you. What we saw from Candace Owens regarding Central Park Karen, she said, well, why did the black man confront Ms. Cooper in the park? Because there's not a part of white supremacy, even if it's coming from a black face, is this belief that a black person has no right to confront a white person. All white people have the right to confront any black person.
Exactly.
Well, and that to me is what is ludicrous about this, and I think people don't seem to understand that. And the reality is, this ain't South Africa. Well, we've got to show our papers.
Right.
I mean, that's what it is.
It makes no sense. Just last week, 2 weeks ago, I was at Highland Beach, one of the 3 black beach towns in the U.S. left, right? And I had my dog, and we were on the beach, and I was taking a video with the dog. I was only going to be there for a couple minutes. You can't have dogs on the beach. And this white lady who lives down the street from me came running up to me with her cell phone saying, no dogs on the beach, no dogs on the beach. I advised her we were leaving the beach, but that wasn't good enough. I didn't move fast enough, so she called the mayor of the town and called the police. Now, neither one showed up, if you will, but the authority in her voice. Now, I got a law degree. I'm barred in 4 jurisdictions. I've never had a bad interaction. I've never been arrested before. I'm a nonviolent guy. I'm credentialed. And yet, even she thinks no matter what, she can put me off the beach. I took my video and me and my dog took a walk off the beach. But again, when you're confronted with it, it is so offensive that no matter what, I'm still a second-class citizenship, no matter how educated I am, no matter how successful I am as a lawyer. And black people, rich and poor, deal with that every day. That's part of their stress level.
Right.
It's not part of the stress level for white America.
Every single day. I need everybody to hold tight 1 second. We got more than 7,000, almost 7,500 people on Facebook, on YouTube watching. We've never had that many people watching live. Yesterday we broke 5,000, then broke 6,000. Today broke 7,000. We're on our way to 8,000. So I want everybody just to hold.
Hey, Roland, somebody said I cursed, so therefore, maybe because I cursed and used profanity that I lectured you against.
If Scott said bullshit, I'm like, oh, Lord. Lord, the Kappa is upset. All right, y'all, hold tight 1 second.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just 1 moment.
All right, folks, we want you to support the black-owned company Seek. Mary Spio, her sister, she created these amazing headphones. I love it being black and gold. I know, Scott, it's all good. And again, they are 360-degree sound headphones. Y'all should have a slideshow. Y'all should be rolling. Thank you very much. She created these Bluetooth. You can listen to them for gaming as well. Folks, the sound is amazing. Let me tell y'all something. I got about 10 pair of headphones. I've got Bose. I got a whole bunch of them. But these 4D 360-degree headphones are amazing. They've got a great discount for those of you who support this show. You can use this code to get these headphones. They're phenomenal. Right there. All you got to do is go to Seek.com, use the promo code RMVIP2020. RMVIP2020. In addition to that, folks, she created this virtual reality headset. All right, so come back to me, guys. So this is real simple. If you go to Seek.com or if you're looking at some 360-degree videos on YouTube, you simply place your phone right here into the headset. And then what you do is you just put the headset on, just like this here. And so you can then watch these virtual reality videos here as well, folks. I'm telling you, it's a whole different experience when you've watched a VR video or a 360-degree video. Because what happens is the way it's shot, you can literally look all around you. And that's the whole deal. In fact, next week, hopefully we're going to have it taken care of. I actually shot some 360-degree video right here in our studio. And so we're going to upload it so you can be able to see literally this entire set. You can see the whole set. You can see what's on the side, what's on the behind. It's pretty great. So go to Seek.com and you can get this VR headset or you can get these headphones right here. Don't forget, use that promo code RMVIP2020. We support black-owned businesses. This is a sister. She's a native of Ghana. She actually created these devices. She has that site, Seek.com, and so it's some great stuff there. So please, we want y'all to support Mary Spio and Seek.com. Don't forget, RMVIP2020. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Last story here, folks. I keep telling y'all, well, we know what the hell. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
No charcoal grills are allowed. I'm white. I got you, huh?
Illegally selling water without a permit
on my property.
Whoa! Hey!
You don't live here.
I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, normally I do not show videos of children fighting.
But you're going to.
I'm not done. Normally I don't show videos of children fighting. But when you have a little white kid who decides to roll up on a grown black woman and yell the N-word at her. And then, being a black mama, she says to her daughter, not her son, get on this. I'm sorry, I just could not resist myself. Okay, all I'm saying is, okay, when I saw the video, I couldn't.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
When she was like, get this.
Yeah, no, listen, you dropped.
She said more than that.
Let it be known.
Get this.
You dropped that word. There are no rules and everything's suspended.
Look, we played the
only
other day.
rule.
The
only rule is to throw hands. Now look. If Scott made a pledge earlier. I do think for the culture, if anything happens from that video, I think Scott should defend that kid and that lady.
From a litigation standpoint.
The mama was like, I ain't dealing with that. Get this.
Yep.
Okay.
Like we said, handle my light work.
There were crimes committed in that video.
Okay, what were the crimes committed?
It sounds like self-defense to me.
Hate crimes?
Assault.
These kids couldn't have been more than, 6, 8, 10 years old?
Right.
There's a juvenile justice system. When the police get that video, and I know your public may not like me saying this, but the mama in regard to reckless endangerment, the kids in regard to being physically abusive to one another, and she encouraging it, I think a juvenile judge would be interested
And guess what, Scott? You're going to defend that mama.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
You're going to defend that mama.
I don't do juvenile crimes, but I will say this.
Scott, you're going to defend that mama.
They will go to mediation, and they will get help.
But you know, a high-powered lawyer like yourself will make sure that kid is fine, right?
Well, I don't care what the little white kid said. The mama shouldn't be encouraging violence. You shouldn't be encouraging
think of this.
violence.
We got to care what the little white kids said.
Are you listening to me?
Little white kids, listen, little white kids using the N-word turning the grown white men using guns and using the N-word. So we got to care about what
reprimanded. She should have took that kid home.
He was reprimanded.
He was.
Yeah, well, he got his butt kicked.
He was reprimanded.
That's a reprimand.
Didn't stop him from keep coming. But what I'm saying is, we shouldn't, no matter what the basis of violence is, it shouldn't be encouraged, and you shouldn't be running videos like that, because inherent and indirectly or directly, you're encouraging violence about between young people, one black, one white.
You let
stop.
him say all of that.
You did it.
Yeah, it's fun because I'm letting him finish his point.
Because I'm right. Have you seen it?
Because all the
Look what
folks,
he just did.
Because all the folks on YouTube, Facebook saying that's bullshit, Scott saying. That's why I let him finish that shit.
Regulated by somebody
You done?
on the internet. You ought to be regulated.
You done? Any other comment on this?
Government Scott down there.
Really?
Any other comment on this here? Hey, run that shit back.
I'm not watching it. Don't run it back.
Run that back.
Run it back. While he's down.
But what about,
you got at least 8 counts.
But what about when two people are fighting? Isn't there a difference when you have two people fighting back and forth?
Well,
the assault charge?
You can take into account who's being, who started it,
right?
Who's ending it. Force must be met with force for self-defense.
Isn't she liable for endangerment of a child?
Reckless endangerment.
Yeah.
of a child. Watch. Keep an eye on this story, ladies. Keep an eye on the story.
All I know
we got Roland running a video of it.
All I know is Chad got his ass whooped by a sister
it's
in a
not
dress.
that funny. You ever got your ass
in a
whooped?
dress? Not well, sister in a dress with one house shoe on.
It's never fun.
It's never fun. All I'm simply saying is white people.
I think you got to be more responsible about this.
I'm irresponsible. White people.
You are?
I'm advising y'all. Do not raise your kids to yell the N-word at no grown black woman, especially when she got Layla Ali on her side. That's all I'm saying. You'll get your ass beat. I'm just saying.
I've never been more disappointed in you in my life.
And if you're a drunk, if you're a drunk white woman on the plane, do not call the black male flight attendant the N-word when you got a sister sitting next to you who about to whoop your ass as well. All I'm saying is, as a public service announcement,
a public service
to
announcement.
all white Americans, it ain't gonna end well if you do that.
Violence is never the answer.
You're gonna end up on our crazy ass white people segment.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
All right, so a lot of y'all are always asking me about some of the pocket squares that I wear. Now, Robert don't have one on. Now, I don't particularly like the white pocket squares. I don't like even the silk ones. And so I was reading GQ magazine a number of years ago, and I saw this guy who had this pocket square here, and it looks like a flower. This is called a shibori pocket square. This is how the Japanese manipulate the fabric to create this sort of flower effect. So I'm going to take it out and then place it in my hand so you see what it looks like. And I said, man, this is pretty cool. And so I tracked down, it took me a year to find a company that did it. And so they make these about 47 different colors. And so I love them because, again, as men, we don't have many accessories to wear, so we don't have many options. And so this is really a pretty cool pocket square. Now, what I love about this here is you saw when it's in the pocket, you know, it gives you that flower effect like that. But if I wanted to also, unlike because if I flip it and turn it over, it actually gives me a different type of texture. And so therefore it gives me a different look. So there you go. So if you actually want to get one of these shibori pocket squares, we have them in 47 different colors. All you got to do is go to RolandSMartin.com/pocket squares. All right, so first of all, that graphic is way too small. So tomorrow we're going to run it right down here all across the screen. So it's RolandSMartin.com/pocket squares. All you got to do is go to my website and you can actually get this. Now, for those of you who are members of our Bring the Funk fan club, there's a discount for you to get our pocket squares. That's why you also got to be a part of our Bring the Funk fan club. And so that's what we want you to do. And so it's pretty cool. So if you want to jazz your look up, you can do that. In addition, y'all see me with some of the feather pocket squares. My sister, who's a designer, she actually makes these. They're all custom made. So when you also go to the website, you can also order one of the customized feather pocket squares right there at RolandSMartin.com/pocket squares. So please do so. And of course, that goes to support the show. And again, if you're a Bring the Funk fan club member, you get a discount. This is why you should join the fan club.
Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video. You want to check out Roland Martin Unfiltered? YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. See that name right there? Roland Martin Unfiltered. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so when we go live, you'll know it. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible.
All right, y'all, you know what time it is.
No charcoal grills are allowed. I'm white. I got you, huh? Illegally selling water without a permit
on my property.
Whoa!
Hey! Give us your ID.
You don't live here.
I'm uncomfortable.
All right, we do not condone violence, any violence whatsoever. But the moment somebody touch you, the law says that's self-defense. This woman in this video, the white woman, is a Mississippi elections commissioner. I think she gonna think twice the next time she try to touch a black woman. Roll it.
Because ever since I've been standing here, y'all been
Ain't no y'all.
even gave you.
I just woke up. I just said something to you. Go get in your truck before you get smacked. Now go on now. I'm asking you to get out of my face.
I'm asking you to quit pointing.
Get your hand. Get out of my face, lady.
Come on, Pearl. Come on, Pearl. Come on, Pearl. Come on, Pearl.
Yeah, stop.
Come on, Pearl. Come on, Pearl.
Stop. Get her ass to that truck. Goddamn.
Watch it.
She started. No, I didn't.
Ms. McClain, you started that, McClain. You walked up in her face.
I asked her what she said. And when you record this, you make sure you get the whole thing and don't slice it.
I ain't gonna slice it.
You will. And I'm pressing charges.
Well, you walked up in her face. We got everything recorded.
She said something.
We got everything recorded, Ms. McClain.
I don't care. It's always one way with y'all.
But y'all, who are y'all?
You and anybody.
Who are y'all?
You and anybody else with a phone.
Have a good day.
Oh, I will when she gets arrested.
Excuse me.
Yeah. We don't have any confrontations out here.
I ain't got no confrontation, Ms. Brown.
Well, what's the problem?
You stood in my truck. You won't stay over there. You're bound and determined to get in my way. And she made me.
Man, I don't know what she's talking about. She walked up into this lady's face. Yeah. Walked way over here to her face.
over there to see what she was saying.
She's been over there off and on all morning.
Even gave him a damn sign.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Now you gonna run for something where you clown.
You are the commissioner.
Because I ain't never knew you clown like you.
She got it in her face.
Clown, how you got your ass whooped this way up here?
Come on.
Hey.
Eric, I keep trying to tell these folk. Y'all. She like, Sarah.
That's Erica's cousin, right? You know that's Erica's cousin.
Listen, the Southern roots run deep. And let me tell you, you run up on a sister like me, you asking for everything I'm going to give you. And this is what white supremacy wants to, they're going to miss. They're going to miss being able to just run up on black people and where you going, girl? Where you going, boy? Show me your papers. They're definitely going to miss this time where when they were walking into a building, it was, oh, let me get out of the way. And those kind of things that have just been passed down. So I'm really interested to see. I was just looking up to see if my brother Jamar Walter, who was running against the white lady that got our ass whooped, to see if he had won that election race. So much respect and hope he does in fact win. But this is the kind of stuff that we're pushing back against, and that, you know, really that a person that runs up as the fight is over, then immediately runs to the black man and say, well, what you do to Miss Sherry? Like, all that kind of like, listen.
Now, Miss Sarah, Miss Sarah, you done started that, Miss Sarah.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, at Seek.com, want to thank them for being a partner with Roland Martin Unfiltered. Mary Spiel, the founder of this black-owned virtual reality company. You can watch their content at Seek.com, CEEK.com. This is one of the headsets that you can use. This virtual reality headset. Drop your phone right into here. Look at that content, that VR content on their site. Other 360-degree video puts you right there up close. And so you just pop it on like this, and then you're able literally to just sit here
and put yourself in the room and see everything that's around you 360 degrees. Now, if you listen to music, folks, you can check out the music on their Seek.com headphones. These right here, folks, are 360 degree 4D headphones. The bass on these things are absolutely amazing. Surround sound. So literally when you're listening to it, the sound actually is around your whole head. Again, created by Assistant. If you want to get the headset for the music or the VR headset, simply use this promo code RMVIP2020. RMVIP2020. Christmas is coming up. Some great gifts. In fact, my birthday in 9 days. So I'm just giving y'all a hint. So use a promo code RMVIP2020 and go to Seek.com. And again, we appreciate them being partners with us here at Roland Martin Unfiltered. In America, everyone counts, and the 2020 census is how that great promise is kept. Respond today online, by phone, or by mail, and help inform hundreds of billions in funding for education, health programs, and more. Shape your future. Start at 2020census.gov. First of all, y'all know what time it is. I haven't done this in a while, so y'all go ahead and roll it.
No charcoal grills are allowed.
Is this the crazy white people?
I'm white. I got you, huh? Illegally selling water without a permit
On my property.
Whoa! Hey!
Give us your ID.
You don't live here.
I'm uncomfortable.
All right, y'all. White boy in London acted the ass on the subway. Check what happened.
Someone to jump it. Kick his head in.
Violence! Violence!
You don't go about that EDO stuff.
Roll with the EDO stuff. I don't roll with the EDO stuff.
Worse than that, isn't it?
Yes! You're right,
Why the shower? Why get the shower? Shouting does not make a point.
EDO stuff.
Yeah, you're lucky I have a pool. I'm going to be posting it today. Trust me.
What have I got to be? What have I got to be?
Between the train and the platform. Change here for the circle.
This is my home. You're all going back. You know it as well. You know we're going back. Go on. Keep going. The internet. I'm popular. What's your name? Do you know what my name is? What's your name? 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 Tell me your name. No, you're black.
You're black. But
Oh my God. What's up, yeah.
what is black got to do with anything? What is with anything?
Shut up. This is popular.
What's
This
popular?
is less than enough. Less than enough. Less than enough. Defend the gun.
Hey, but no, you know what? You're talking about me for looking me in the eye. Coward.
Hey, she knows.
I think he's still asleep. I think he's still. Lauren, I'm telling you.
The F out.
I'm telling you, these people, they act the fool. They act the fool.
The F out.
I mean, one punch, and the brothers were like, "Say, bruh, okay, we done."
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me sort of a UK version.
Say it again, Lauren. Say it again.
I said it was a UK version of what you played the other day. I think it was in a 7-Eleven with a guy running his mouth. And he called the guy boy and said, you know, what are you going to do about it? Not a big fan of assault and violence, but, you know, it's a piece of advice that a lot of people need to understand. You can make any decision you want. You can do anything you want. You can make any decision you want. You can say what you want, but you have to be ready for the consequences of what you say and what you do. And that is, with this video, with the ability to have a camera on like everything with regard to our cell phones, we're getting kind of a window into a lot of things that happen in society. But that was like a replay of what showed. I think it was about 3 shows ago with the young guy in the store.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I mean, just like Scott, you kept telling me like, oh no, this is inciting violence. No, I keep telling you.
Okay, I changed my tune now, having been through this, which is one of my favorite sections of your show. Let me just say this. I don't condone violence. I still don't. But I understand.
Yeah, I understand. Robert, they gonna learn. They gonna learn. Stop messing with people.
Well, look, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So I think they've learned this lesson. And those black dudes, like, they were like Wakandan or something. Like, those were some, some of those war dogs. So he picked the wrong ones. I mean, he probably should have figured out halfway through that soliloquy that things weren't going to end well. He probably should have got off one stop earlier. But I think part of what we have to teach in our history, because we spend so much time teaching the nonviolent parts of black history that's lulled many people into believing that throughout our entire heritage, all we did was, sit and pray and sing songs and stuff. No, you had the Stono Rebellion, you had John Brown, you had the original Cassius Clay. Look up a lot of our history and find out exactly what happened and the battles that took place. And maybe people have a different opinion when they decided to make these sorts of speeches in public.
All right, folks, real short break. We gotta get. Hold up.
Let me ask you a quick question.
No, I gotta go to the next break. I gotta go to the next. What? I gotta go to the next guest. I gotta go to a short break. When we come back.
Do you have a right to hit somebody if they call you the N-word in public?
Yep.
Yes or no?
Yep. That's your answer.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
As our community comes together to support the fight against racial injustice, I want to take a second to talk about one thing we can do to ensure our voices are heard. Not tomorrow, but now. Have your voices heard in terms of what kind of future we want by taking the 2020 census today at 2020census.gov? Now, folks, let me help you out. The census is a count of everyone living in the country. It happens once every 10 years. It is mandated by the U.S. Constitution. The thing that's important is that the census informs funding, billions of dollars, how they are spent in our communities every single year. I grew up in Clinton Park in Houston, Texas, and we wanted new parks and roads and a senior citizen center. Well, the census helps inform all of that and where funding goes. It also determines how many seats your state will get in the U.S. House of Representatives. Young black men and young children of color are historically undercounted, which means a potential loss of funding for services that helps our community. Folks, we have the power to change that. We have the power to help determine where hundreds of billions in federal funding go each year for the next 10 years. Funding that can impact our community, our neighborhoods, and our families and friends. Folks, responses are 100% confidential and can't be shared with your landlord, law enforcement, or any government agency. So please, take the 2020 census today. Shape your future. Start at 2020census.gov. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible.
A white man attacked a black woman who was not happy about his girl spitting on her. He wasn't prepared for what happened next.
The law's gonna protect them anyway. Come on. She spit on him. She's about that. She gonna spit on him. That's what they arguing with. Neil Center. She crying, y'all. She's scared. She crying. crazy. Y'all better step outside. Oh, he fighting her. Neil sent him. Neil sent him. Neil sent him. Oh, she spit on him. Kick him. Neil Center. I know my mom in real life. Where's Dio? He done. He done. He done. He done. Oh! Oh my God! Stay down. Stay down. Yeah, keep his ass. The police get her like they do us. He started that shit. He showed Damn! Oh my God! He need an ambulance.
He need an ambulance. So his girlfriend, the white woman, spits on the sister, and this whole thing erupts. They might want to hire them some new security guards, because them security guards wasn't doing a damn thing, Kelly.
The security guards were outsized. That was a tiny security guard. And I don't shame bodies and strength or whatever, but, you know, balance is necessary sometimes, and that clearly wasn't the case here. I don't have not nary a problem with that man getting his ass beat and he's on the ground. Do it again. Because for what? Like, why were you even in her vicinity? You had every opportunity. Like, you were at the door. You could have left. You could have de-escalated the situation and just left. But no, you thought that you had something within you to actually go out there and hit a woman who did nothing to you. You deserve to get your ass beat. Good riddance.
I keep trying to tell folks, Mustafa, act a fool. This stuff gonna happen. I keep trying to warn these people.
Black folks not taking disrespect anymore. We believe in the lessons of Martin Luther King, and we appreciate that, nonviolence. But if you put your hands on us, we're going to take your hands off of us and give you more probably than you had intended to receive. You know, they say it ain't the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog. So not only, and it was interesting also, so let me say this, because the security guard, the little small sister, he even swang on her. And then the brother jumped in. And the dude was bigger than the brother, but the brother was like, you know what? You're not going to disrespect our sisters. You're not going to spit on us. This is not 1940, 1950, 1960, 1970. If you decide that that's the type of behavior that you want to utilize, then we're going to give you some act right.
Equal rights and equal lefts.
Lauren,
that's what happened.
Lauren?
Yeah, all I can say is it reminds me of the Mike Tyson quote. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. I mean, that's basically, you know, it's sad to see the amount of anger that we see in some of these videos. People just angry about various things, some petty, some not petty. And I know that obviously these videos are not a full representation of 360 million people in the United States, but it's amazing how, you know, how something can just like escalate out of control. But you know, if you want to fight, you better get ready to. You better. If you're going to start a physical altercation with somebody, you better be sure of yourself. You better be sure you're the person in the room that's going to win. He picked the wrong person out in the bar for the bar fight on that one.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, the folks at Seat.com have an incredible offer for you folks. And these are these 360-degree 4D headphones that you can use for music, you can Bluetooth, you can for gamers, all that sort of stuff. Mary Spiels, a sister, she's actually the inventor of these headphones. Phenomenal. I love the sound of these. They also have the virtual reality headsets, which allow for you to actually watch VR virtual reality videos, 360-degree videos. You just simply pop your phone right into here, And then, of course, if you you can also go like YouTube has an app as well that has a channel that deals with a lot of those VR ads. And so you can actually do all of that, folks. Check this out and pop it on. And guess what? Check out your virtual reality videos. Go to Seek.com, 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 Seek.com. Use this promo code right here, RMVIP2020, RMVIP2020, for a discount on these headphones. And then, of course, when you support them, you support this show, Roland Martin Unfiltered. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. All right. Y'all know what time it is.
No charcoal grills are allowed. I'm white. I got you, Carl. Illegally selling water without a permit on my property.
Whoa! Hey!
You don't live here. I'm uncomfortable.
So we ran up against another Karen Gregg in a convenience store. And let's just say, Reese, she got a little bold. She got a little loose with the language. And Erica, let's just say she met Layla Ali.
I did not hear you, Mary. My husband is right there with his black ass. Okay, I don't give no fucks. All I said was excuse me. The fuck? Watch your mouth. Watch your fucking mouth. I said excuse me. Okay, I said excuse me and you got to have a room with me. You got to have a room with me. All I did was fuck past you. All I did was fuck past you. You start talking about your black husband. I don't give a fuck about your black husband. Just because you suck black dick don't mean you're not a racist. You can suck all of it. You can call me a nigga all you want to. Bitch, I'm gonna fucking ass in this store, bitch. Call me a nigga again. Call me a nigga again. Call me a nigga again. Say the word nigga, bitch. I'm the right one. Try it. That's what the fuck I thought. Watch your fucking mouth. Excuse me. The wrong nigga. I'm the wrong nigga. I'll beat your ass in this motherfucking store. I'll beat your ass. Say nigga again. Nigga. You didn't hear what the fuck I just said, bitch? You didn't hear what the fuck I just said, bitch? Bitch, that's the, I'm the right. You got it. Let me go. Let me go. You better let me go. I'm gonna hit your ass again. You better let me go. You better let me go, bitch.
Hey, she's down.
Let me go.
I'm sorry to get in the middle, but she's down.
Let me go. 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 Keep calling me a nigger. Let me go. The fuck? Weird ass bitch. I come to this bitch all the time. Bitch, I'm the right one. Call 911 and tell them.
Call 911 and tell them, Reese.
Boy, you notice she had the nerve to sit up there and say, all I said was, excuse me. No, bitch, you called her the N-word and she mollywopped you as she should. And to the bystander talking about, I hate to get in the middle of it, but she's down. So what? Knock her down some more because people need to learn. I'm tired of all these docile videos going viral where people let these white folks talk to them any old kind of way and everybody applauds them for how gracious they are and, oh, you were so poised and, oh, you just kept your composure. No, sometimes you need to knock some sense into some of these folks. And she got the sense knocked into her that day.
Greg, we keep warning them. Y'all gonna run up against the wrong one, and it ain't gonna end well.
Brother, in July 1919, Claude McKay published his poem, If We Must Die, Let Us Nobly Die. And when she says, call 911 and tell them, she's saying, you crossed the threshold where I don't even care about any consequences. Call whoever you want. And like you said, like we've been saying now for years at this point, you've been running crazy ass white people. She said the thing we always say, one day you're going to roll up on the right one. She said, I am the right one.
Right.
I mean, but there's so much going on in that video, brother. I mean, the ironies. Here, this white woman is with a mask on. Here, this sister is without a mask on. And you're looking at this, and so when she hits her, the whole thing is triggered by that white woman standing there, and you can see the wheels turning in her mind. Am I going to make a stand for my white nationalism and call this woman the N-word one more time? And when she finally decides to do it, she gets squared up and gets that two-piece, bang, bang. And like when the man says, she's down, that sister right there has not only put herself in danger, but I'll end with this. Like Claude McKay, when he wrote If We Must Die, it was during the Red Summer, brother. The big conflagration that happened in Chicago that summer, the race war that took place in Chicago, it is attested that they were throwing rocks at a black kid trying to swim in the river in Lake Michigan, and they start throwing rocks at him, and next thing you know, everything sets off. It might be a fist fight like that that sends this country up in flames, brother. That's how close we are.
Absolutely.
So y'all better back up.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, fam, the folks at Seek.com, founded by Mary Spiel, a sister, of course. She is the inventor, the creator of these devices, this virtual reality headset right here. You saw it in the video there. And also the 360-degree 4D headphones. You can actually get these with a discount because they partner with us at Roland Martin Unfiltered. Right here, here's the code, RMVIP2020, RMVIP2020. First of all, folks, the headsets are phenomenal. The headphones are absolutely phenomenal. And of course, the VR headset is great because you just pop your phone, put it into the device, and then you can actually see video in virtual reality. So it's real cool. Go to Seek.com, Seek.com, CEEK.com, and use the promo code RMVIP2020.